All right, everyone. Today we're gonna watch the Black Ops 6 Direct. It was on a Sunday. Well, it was yesterday. I didn't watch it, so I've seen clips. I've talked about it on my stream. What I think Treyarch does. Number one, I think Treyarch always does things a little differently. There's some things that a lot of people may like. There's always a couple of features that are pretty 50-50, whether people like them or love them. Number two is, honestly, Treyarch always just does a very good job with their games, period. But there, like I said, there's always just a few things. But we're going to jump into it. So here we go. I didn't watch anything. Other thing, a lot of these things that we're going to see are probably campaign. It sounds like the true MP reveal is going to be the 28th of August, which the Call of Duty way, we do about 16 reveals. So...
Hello and welcome to Treyarch in Los Angeles.
Hello.
And thanks for joining us today. We're excited to share what we've been working on for the past few years. For Black Ops 6, we really wanted to give ourselves the time to craft something truly great. This means we're delivering a new level of polish and innovation across all parts of the game. I've been working here for over 20 years, and I can tell you that we have something special on our hands with Black Ops 6. And I know that the team are excited to give you a deep dive into our campaign and global innovations across the entire game.
Got a lot of campaign stuff. We're rolling. I've been there.
With Black Ops 6, we're taking players to a new but familiar era, the early 90s.
Should I be like
in true signature
smaller?
Black Ops fashion, our story builds on real history, thrusting players into a conspiracy where a shadowy force has infiltrated the highest levels of the US government, branding anyone who resists as traitors and forcing players to go rogue for the first time to fight the very machine that created them. The team has been meticulously crafting every aspect of this game to deliver the fun and attitude players expect from the Black Ops franchise.
Multiplayer is of course here and brings the Black Ops style and provides a playground for the brand new Omni movement system.
All right, here we go.
A way to push beyond your limits and move like an action hero. You'll see a sneak peek of that later today.
Oh, okay, I just lied.
Round-based Zombies is absolutely back and better than ever, and you can be sure it's full of surprises. With that, let's step into the mind-bending campaign experience we've been crafting with our partners at Raven.
Let's do it. This is why I'm not getting Urzikstan updates, dude. It's crazy.
No turning back now.
Every Call of Duty player has a favorite campaign mission. When we set out to make Black Ops 6, we were focused on delivering missions so iconic
I can't name
that
one.
they stick in your memory long after.
That's probably
We
not
are
good, huh?
bringing that action-packed blockbuster feel to every step of the narrative. We are giving you more variety, more dynamic moment-to-moment gameplay, and more options to finish each mission.
We can do this loud or quiet.
Loud. I choose loud.
The game is packed with unexpected moments of Black Ops mystery. It's a high-octane spy thriller.
I like that.
Where you're never sure who to trust and what's real. And it's all set against the backdrop of the early 90s. The Soviet Union was crumbling after the fall of the Berlin Wall and the end of the Cold War. The US is the only remaining superpower. The Gulf War was dominating headlines everywhere, and there was a growing mistrust in government, reflected everywhere across the music, television, and pop culture of the time. When we talk about the Black Ops timeline, Black Ops 6 comes after the events of the Cold War, but is directly tied to the 1986 flashbacks in Black Ops 2, the aftermath of which has left our heroes...
It feels like it's been 1986 since I've played Black Ops 2.
Meet the old man in the red! Something you should see.
Black Ops 6 blends the rich and gritty history of previous franchise titles with bold new characters, with veteran Frank Woods as our through line in our story. In this new chapter, we see a different side of Woods following his traumatic injury at the hands of Raul Menendez. He's been pulled from the field as he adjusts to a new role within the CIA, often behind a desk or on the other end of a radio. His protege is Troy Marshall, who's been making a name
Did
for
Cold War
himself.
have a campaign? Did I play it? I don't think I did. I never really played campaigns until they started coming out early the last few years. And let me tell you, those were an experience. It did have a campaign? Yeah.
Field. Marshall is a reluctant leader driven by a strong moral compass. Marshall and Woods are working with another new face in Black Ops 6, CIA handler Jane Harrow.
Black Ops
She's a
4 is the
born
one that-
leader, fearless and brilliant, and helps manage their relationships within the agency. Woods' ability to operate in the shadows has always been hugely valuable to the CIA, whether they want to admit it or not. And Marshall has the ability to make tough calls in the field, ones that Harrow trusts him to make. But when an operation goes wrong, Woods and Marshall are suspended and ultimately forced to go rogue. They soon realize they have to trust each other to get to the bottom of what's going on. Without any of their usual resources, they have to build their own team, recruiting two exciting new characters in Felix Newman, a technical genius, and Savati Dumas, a mysterious...
Is that the guy from the guy who played the super fast guy in X-Men? Dahmer? Yeah, the guy who played Dahmer, right? Evan Peters, thank you. Looks like Evan Peters.
Genius, and Savati Dumas, a mysterious assassin. With the end of the Cold War, these former enemies have become new allies. And with the sudden return of notorious operative Russell Adler, who'd gone missing for months, a former ally may have become a new enemy.
For the Black Ops single-player campaign, we prioritized mission variety and unique experiences. Our goal was to offer players a wide variety of mission types, each crafted from the ground up. One moment, you'll be storming a palace. The next, you'll be pulling off a heist at a casino. We aim to take players all over the
Ocean's
world
11.
and immerse them in vastly different experiences. Within these missions, we wanted gameplay to unfold in multiple ways, giving players the freedom to navigate through them as they see fit. Where we have different combat styles, we also have conversation opportunities where you can talk, barter, and manipulate your way into different experiences. And we think you'll want to replay levels to see them all.
I won't. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna play COD. That guy looked like a giga, dude. Look the way this guy walked into the room, dude.
Different enemy types.
Yeah, this guy. Look at the way this guy walked into the room. Wait for this. Lead mission designer.
We are excited to offer a
Giga.
variety of different enemy types in the campaign. The goal is to provide different challenges for the player. So whether they choose to go in guns blazing or take a stealthier approach,
Line them up right, you can take them both down with one shot. Nice and quiet.
we've continued to push on what's possible in terms of how our enemy combatants behave. Your enemies will be relentless, constantly seeking to outmaneuver you throughout the levels. They'll cut off escape routes.
Bro, did you guys see the TTK there? Unbelievable.
We've created certain missions where we give you a high-level objective and a variety of ways to approach that objective. One mission in particular takes place in a vast desert in Iraq. You and your team are hunting down missile launchers with the SAS. It's one of the largest campaign maps that we've ever created.
Look alive, people! They know we're coming!
Oh, they're gonna know when I'm coming. Wait. Nice, good
You'll find that
shots.
some of our destinations have a startling contrast in look and feel as well. We have a mission that takes place in an opulent casino in Southern Europe. It's unlike any
Monaco, dude, for the F1 race.
What the player does in this
We're in Monaco.
totally unexpected. And another one of our missions, we
I
have
bet the race is gonna be going on while it happens.
Northern Russia.
We are excited to offer an array of brand new equipment, as well as some favorites from the Black Ops universe. RCXD, Tranquilizer Trap, Adrenaline Stim,
Okay.
Homing Knife,
Okay.
Disruptor,
Again, this is campaign.
The campaign is grounded within an expanded campaign hub called the Safe House. You might remember we also had that in Black Ops Cold War. But this time, we wanted to think a little bit more broadly about the environment. We chose to have our team's hub located in a more
Someone gonna eat that
naturalistic
bread?
setting. So, it's in an abandoned manor by an ocean cliffside.
Yeah, no, that's where I want to retire.
What's most unique is that it used to be a KGB black site, which was operational during the 50s and 60s. This brings a lot of intrigue to the safe house and will allow players to explore and discover secrets from the past. The team is also bringing back the evidence board, which is still the centerpiece of the safe house experience, but with brand new upgrades. Players can view the campaign outline, gain deeper insights into missions, and analyze evidence collected throughout missions.
Okay, the attacker comes in. I'll go. 3, 2, 1, go!
That stuff's probably so
That was
fun.
sick. Great. I think we got it.
That guy looks like he's ready to go.
With Black Ops 6, our
Hello,
goal is
Matt.
to create a more connected experience.
That's our goal right there, chat.
Across every single mode.
That's our guy.
We've pushed ourselves at every corner to innovate and craft the most signature Black Ops experience for
Looks
all
a lot like Cold War.
Movement has been a consistent area of focus and innovation for Call of Duty. And with Black Ops 6, we're redefining movement across the entire game. For the first time ever, players can sprint in any direction and move like a true Black Ops.
See, I think people, it doesn't look that fast. Am I crazy? I don't think it looks that quick.
Black Ops action hero with an
So let's just talk about this from like a what could go wrong. It's like if you're able to do this, you could just camera back and forth. Like a lot of cameraing.
This unlocks the ability
But I don't know if it looks that quick.
Seamlessly chain combat maneuvers like slide, dive,
Hey, Falcon, thank you.
supine prone in full 360 degrees range.
Ollie, thank you for the 67.
From the beginning, we started with, you can't do this thing, why?
Let's go, Joey
And then
D.
realized people actually move that way. What happens if we get rid of that construct? And then instantly it opened up like, oh, if you can sprint in any direction, then you can dive in any direction, you could slide in any direction.
That looked insane. Wait, that was so far?
You could slide in any direction.
What was that? What? Wait, that guy just slid so far. It's wet, Joe? It's because the ground is wet? Really? Got it, dude. So I just got it.
Which then led to all the on the ground
We're doing dynamic conditions? I don't know.
Together.
I have no idea.
It's really been something that changes how you think and play the game.
See, here's the thing, though. Like, I think if you do something like this, more than likely, like if you guys remember Cold War, like when you proned and you got up, like there was a, like I think if you do this bottom part, I don't think you're gonna get up very quickly, personally. But I didn't play,
It's
so.
really been something that changes how you think and play the game, whether it's campaign, MP, or zombies. We truly believe that once you experience Omni movement, there's no going back.
Hey, give me the shield.
We also have what we're calling intelligent movement, which is a set of features that drastically reduces how many buttons or keys you're pressing to perform various movements. These can be enabled in player options, and they're broken down into 3 categories: sprint assist, mantle assist, and crouch assist. And each of these settings will allow for fine-tuning.
Doesn't auto attack sprint kind of do that already?
With this idea that we want all players to focus on what they want to do and not how to do it. We want every player, regardless of skill level or input or experience with Call of Duty, to be able to engage with Omni movement and live out their own action hero fantasy in Black Ops 6.
Not the auto slide though. No, when you slide into like, yes, no, I guess you're hitting the slide button.
We looked at other genres like racing games, where they have these great assist settings that can be turned on and off. Things like traction control or assisted braking, and we really love the idea of taking that thinking and applying it to our own movement options. I don't think this is a one-size-fits-all thing, and I encourage players to play around with combos of these settings to really dial in their preferred setup. Hit zones are regions on a character that react when taking damage or dying. In past games, we've only had 4 regions. For Black Ops 6, we've actually increased that to 9 regions. So now we can determine if that enemy was shot in their left leg or right leg, and then we'll play a bespoke death animation depending on that location that they were hit.
Okay, guys, this isn't like your zones, like damage multipliers. This is just reactions to if you were to die, it'll react differently. Just visual. It's not damage zones.
So world connectivity is this concept that players' movement and reactions are connected to the world based on their choices. A great example that really shines is a global feature we call corner slicing, where as you round a corner or go through a doorway, your weapon's going to dynamically rotate in the direction that you're rounding that corner. And since it's dynamic,
you can
it'll
shoot
be
doors,
a bit more dramatic if
but we
you're
still have
slowly
doors.
clearing the room, but won't affect you at all if you're barreling full speed around that same corner. We are constantly looking for opportunities to set the
I don't know
bar
how that'll
with
feel.
movement and
That
animation
feels like
in
one of
Black
those
Ops
things
6.
that like, I don't know. Just we'll have to see how it plays out.
Take cover!
Our art team is super thrilled to show you the best looking characters that we've done. Through our process of photogrammetry, gear was acquired, scanned, and incorporated onto each of our operatives.
It looks like a much smoother and cleaner like
Our
Cold War though.
faces, a dynamic real-time analysis of spontaneous performances was captured and processed to make every emotional, impactful moment true to actual life. We made sure to have special attention to the cuticles and make sure that they don't look like they're just freshly cut. There's dirt in between their nails, the oils on their palms as they're sweaty and running through situations that they're in.
That's pretty wild. Uh-oh.
Paying attention to every detail.
The thing that I'm most excited about is the number of new weapons from the era that we've added, which includes many that are brand new to the franchise. Our heroes are rogue operatives and they operate outside the normal playbook. That means they're procuring gear by any means necessary, and it allowed us to pull a unique mix of weapons. We made sure to deliver dozens of unique attachments for every gun, and this allows the players to create a weapon to match any playstyle that you can imagine, all while maintaining the feel and tone of the era.
In Black Ops 6, we really strive for striking that balance between real and hyper-real, but we want to ground our effects in realism. We find real-world reference so that we can match that motion, the weight, the timing, then riff off of that and create that hyper-real look that everybody has come to know and love from Call of Duty.
I don't know what real over hyper real is, but
The Black
not
Ops
sure.
6 user experience is all about focusing players on what they need when they need it, and our in-game HUD is no different. From the mini-map to the ammo widget to in-game notifications, the Black Ops 6 HUD combines some of our best designs in a clean, streamlined experience.
Oh, so you can edit your
For the
HUD.
first time in Call of Duty,
Oh.
players will be able to change their HUD in dramatic ways to suit their needs. For instance, streamers can choose a layout optimized for their setup, or maybe you want your HUD centered so you don't have to look away. Want to play hardcore anywhere, or finally put the minimap in the bottom left? Those are options as well. Not only
Oh
does
no!
the
Now,
HUD give players important
when I'm
stats,
looking bottom
it
left
connects
instead
them
of
to the
top
world
left,
and
dude,
helps
what are
them
they
feel
gonna say
rewarded for
on
being
the
awesome.
comments?
As players track that elusive
Why is he
challenge
looking
and
on his
target
right
their next
monitor, not
level
his left
unlock,
monitor?
Black Ops 6 delivers an end-to-end experience from the lobby into combat and back, where player progress and achievement are celebrated in a big way.
I don't know if I'm gonna change anything HUD-wise, honestly. Just give me my square minimap. Oh, what's good, Lawrence?
Early on in Black Ops 6's development, we set a goal to make leveling and XP matter more than ever. Looking back through the Call of Duty and Black Ops catalog, there's a lot of love, both internally at Treyarch and that we see in our community for how we
Rob's an
handle
Activision guy.
prestige.
He doesn't work at a studio.
Traditional prestige is back in Call of Duty with Black Ops 6. We've pulled the best
Yay!
of past Call of Duty prestige systems and are going bigger and more rewarding than ever. Players who reach max player level will
Yeah,
have
it
the
looks
choice to enter prestige, start
like
fresh
Cold
with
War
relocked
2.0.
and go through
Like through the little clips that you could see.
Black Ops 6 will have 10 prestiges, each with a valuable set
Shooting
of
looks
rewards
clean,
to
too.
earn and equip to peacock your status. Players who make it through
Jorge takes
prestige
for the
10
15.
aren't done. Instead, they'll graduate into Prestige Master with 1,000 additional levels to climb through and a classified reward to uncover for anyone dedicated enough to make it all the way to the end. The full Prestige system is available on day
Don't
one
want to get
in
my
Black
hopes up
Ops
too
6.
high, but having traditional Prestige back is a great start.
Good start. Okay, here we
We know
go.
how many of our players look forward to multiplayer, and we will be providing a deep dive on it later in the year. For now, here's some insight into our development of Black
Now
Ops
that's
6
like August
multiplayer.
28th
Our
for
vision
COD
since
Next.
day one has been to craft an approachable and engaging step change of that signature Black Ops multiplayer experience. We focused on supporting 3 core playstyles for launch.
Okay.
Enforcers are the slayers who like to kill and stay on the move. Recon is all about intel and counter-intel play. And strategists are support players who throw their bodies at objectives for the win or focus on taking out enemy score streaks for the team. All of our
Okay.
weapons, gear, and
That really
gadgets in
doesn't affect
multiplayer
anything.
have been intentionally designed through that lens of supporting these play styles. And of course, it wouldn't be a Black Ops game if you can't relive those action hero moments in theater mode, which we're happy to announce is returning with Black Ops 6. Now, I said we're only getting a taste of MP today, but of course that means you're going to get some early details on maps.
We're happy to announce that we will be launching with 16 all-new MP maps. We've got 12 core 6v6
The water?
and 4 strike maps, which can be played as 6v6 or 2v2. What do players like? What do we know that they want? So we're back to our classic 3-lane maps. We've got fast, frenetic experiences, and we have that balance with more medium size, like better for hardcore pacing to keep the action flowing, but still have meaningful decisions for the player to make. The maps have their own stories, and we have multiplayer taking place after the campaign, after you finish it. So don't want to get into too many spoilers there, but you'll experience some of those.
So actual 3-lane maps. It's a good question. Yeah. I don't know. Like that train map. If you're on top of the train compared to bottom, that's technically another
Covered a lot
lane,
today,
but we'll see.
But couldn't leave you without giving you just one more thing.
Zombies! Oh, look at that big boys. Maven's in here.
We've covered a lot today, but couldn't leave you without giving you just one more thing.
Hey, there he is, dude. Hey, he looks good. Yeehaw.
Round-based Zombies is back, and we're picking up the Dark Aether storyline where we left it. We're excited to announce that there will be 2 brand new maps available at launch.
Dark
With a curated
Aether.
mix of
So where's that timeline end, chat? Where are we at in that timeline? I know that stuff got really, really like detailed, and there were different timelines, weren't there? Like, wasn't there a point in which like there were different crews, and these crews were starting to go like some Marvel Cinematic Universe stuff? There were like 5 different timelines. Okay. All right. Lost track of it all. So we're not really sure where we're at. All right.
fan favorite features and new elements to discover. For those new to Zombies, it's our unique take on the cooperative horde mode, where every map is packed full of powerful weapons and upgrades, deadly enemies, and tons of secrets to uncover. The legacy of Zombies is incredibly important to Treyarch, and we are so proud of what the mode is bringing to players in Black Ops 6. As you've heard today, the innovations in movement systems will also be coming to Zombies. Plus, there are many additional zombie-specific features, both new and returning. This is going to be a truly epic return for round-based Zombies. Be on the lookout for more intel coming later this year.
Steph interviewed AB. Mark?
Now, we know we only gave you a little taste of multiplayer here today, so make sure to mark your calendars for our worldwide multiplayer reveal event at Call of Duty Next on August 28th. Make sure to stay tuned for details and watch your favorite streamers get hands-on Black Ops 6 so you can be prepped and ready to jump into our MP beta and feel Omni movement for yourself. We'll be sharing so much more about Black Ops 6 in the coming months and look forward to seeing your reactions and your feedback from our open beta
2.5 months.
this fall and
I mean,
into
this is
launch.
just classic COD, dude. We're doing this
And
in
it's
June.
not just about launch, because the team is already focused on delivering a ton of content in the live seasons, which we'll be sharing more about.
It's June, man.
Am I allowed to talk about Warzone yet?
No. Our goal on Black Ops 6 was...
Chad, is it true that all of the attachments are staying in Warzone, but not in MP and stuff from every game? Yes? Sounds good.
Was and still is to make something that is the best work we've ever done, and frankly, the most fun to play.
I think that's a bad decision.
We deconstructed all
I don't mind if you keep like last year's stuff, like keep 1 year. Yeah.
Systems and content plans, and repeatedly asked how something could be better. In some cases, that led us to huge innovations like Omni Movement, where we're now allowing players to move how real people and operators move. In other cases, it led us back to some of our classic systems like Prestige, then taking that classic system through the ringer and making updates and improvements. Across our weapons, gear, operators, maps, and more, a huge push has been to hit the highest visual and audio fidelity possible. The campaign tells an all-new Black Ops story where you're forced to go rogue and are being hunted by the teams that trained you. On top of that, the team is really focused on mission and engagement variety. Multiplayer is a key ingredient in the DNA of Black Ops, and hopefully, in this sneak peek, it was clear that every single part of the MP game loop will be improved and better than ever, from movement, to shooting, to footsteps, to engagement systems, to death. And last but definitely not least, the triumphant return of round-based zombies.
This definitely feels like probably the most, what seems to be, like from start to finish, like every piece.
Officially launches on October 25th.
25th, so yeah, okay. It all feels like we have a COD experience.
We can't wait for you to play Call of Duty Black Ops
since like
6.
what, BO4? I mean, they spent how many years on this? Listen, I've said it a lot. The whole 4-year thing, while yes, it helps, you have to remember that's not the entire dev team working for 4 years on one title. Treyarch's helped Ranked, they've helped every single dev along the way. Like, I think, yes, they have had more time, but I also don't know if that's like, yeah, the entire team for all 4 years was only doing this. Like, I don't think that's true. Shocked to hear that campaign was Treyarch and Raven, not IW. I mean, Raven's just like the support studio, so that's just what they do. Look at those gun skins. Did I miss them? Oh, shoot, dude. That knife has an eyeball.
All I want is a glitch with omnidirectional where you shoot out of your butthole.
Sure, yeah. I think we can end that recording right there.